Mr. Atre, please tell me something about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm a writer and a speaker now. I'm an ex-IAS officer. I resigned from the service in 2017 and I served the service for about 26 years in all. And I was Haryana Civil Service and then IAS officer. And I started writing long ago while in service. I had a lot of my articles published. I still write a column for Hindustan Times. And Random Forays. I've written about 140 pieces for them over the last 5 years and many more for other newspapers. So I kept writing, and I'm the author of 3 books, one of which has been published by Invincible, and this is the book, which is called Finding Success Within, and the Hindi version is Safalta Ki Antarik Khoj. Here I am with both the books. And that's in a nutshell, but I do a lot of motivational speaking, a lot of traveling, a lot of webinars, a lot of workshops, leadership, youth development and creative thinking. And
so very active on the social media, through social media. You're pretty active for like when you say of the current generation, you're keeping up with our generation, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely, because it's very much required. And not only me, what has happened is that my TEDx talks, I have 8 of them, and Josh talks, they have gone viral, and about 40 lakh people have seen my views, my YouTube videos. So I became popular by those without making much effort. And then now I keep up with that. I just keep posting whatever I do, and that itself is enough activity.
Did this kind of exposure, this quick exposure of like 4 million or 40 lakh views, your video going viral all over the country, did this have an impact on you? Like, were you starstruck, or were you, because this was sudden. No one thinks that, oh, I'm going to get viral. It just happens. And when this
luckily for me, being an IAS officer, I was already exposed to the public image. I was a public figure even in the IAS, and I was in the papers. My picture would appear, and I would be on TV, and lots of things over the years. It's not
so you were prepared.
Yeah. So when these went viral, this also happened over the course of about 3-4 years. It was I actually resigned for this very purpose, to become a known speaker and to motivate more and more youth. So if I am popular, then obviously they will listen to me more. So it's a win-win situation where my image and brand is being built up. But it's also necessary for me to be, if I speak well and if I speak the right thing, then if I reach out through my writing, then speeches to youngsters who need me to listen to people like me, I need to be popular. Otherwise, there's no point being very good at your work without being known. So I think both the things are good.
Yeah, because if you are known, then the younger youth, the younger generation, they would have like, oh, I know this person, so probably whatever he's speaking is right. Otherwise, it's like, who are you? Why will I listen to you?
Exactly. So the credibility improves, you get more. But then you have to, as a public figure or as a public speaker, you have to maintain that quality and standard. And whatever you are posting, whatever you're saying, has to be of a certain level. You can't allow it to slip. And then otherwise that will also become known and viral and whatever. So you have to do your best at all times, which is good. So you have to be what you say and write. You can't keep telling people to do a particular thing. Stay off social media, be balanced, be creative, be spiritual, manage your anger, and don't be negative. And you yourself are not like that, so you're not very credible.
You're just preaching and not actually doing that thing, and then you lose the credibility.
Exactly.
How did you get this idea of writing these books? I mean, these are self-help books, motivational books, and writing not 1 but 3 of such kind of books. What was your idea behind it, and how did that process?
So the first 2 were novels, and Move On Bunny was a humorous novel, and Dubeji Bounces Back was also a humorous novel. And this is the first self-help book. And next one I'm writing is a collection of my columns. So that's also in a way a motivational book. So I want to get back to novel writing and fiction because I think I have a lot to improve in that. I think I'm good, but I can be better. And writing stories came to me because I started getting popular as a columnist. And then I realized that I need to write more. I want to write more. So a book is a longer format, obviously. In a column, you will write 700 words or 500 words or 800 words on one day. After 2 weeks, again, you write the same. But a book is 50,000 words or 60,000 words or whatever it is. So you are really getting to the deep end of it, and you have to be good. So I think my writing style is good, and I realized that, and I started writing well. But I think I need to. Those two novels did pretty well. I think I can be a better novel writer. I'm improving. So let me write more and see if I can explore a better quality novel with myself. And also, I think everybody evolves, everybody improves. So I'm a better speaker than I was. I'm a better writer than I was. You are a better editor than you were. That's how it happened.
So how did your journey, like how did the transition from a serious IS officer to a columnist or to a humorous book writer go about? How did the transition go?
So luckily it was a phased transition. I started doing this while in service. So I was doing my job as well as sometimes writing, sometimes speaking. My first two TEDx talks came when I was in the service. And but I could take out one day a month or one day in 2 months, and the government had to give me permission to travel to Delhi or Missouri or Bombay or wherever to be a speaker. So it was difficult. But I started while I was there. So the transition became easier because I knew that I can do this. Had I to leave the service first and then start writing and then start speaking, it wouldn't have been possible.
And so I started writing. It would have been a risk as well. It would have been a risk.
Absolutely. So I started writing at least 15 years ago in the newspaper. And I started speaking about 5 or 6 years ago from today as a speaker. And now today, I think I took the right decision, and I really feel happy about it because being a former officer and being from that domain also gives you more credibility. People listen to you, as we just discussed. Popularity also comes because I was DC in a particular place, or I was director something, or I was SDM, and then they know this person, he was there, we know him. Comments also you'll see are like that. So luckily I had a reasonable image also, so it helps. Otherwise, for somebody who had not a good image to become a motivational speaker, then the past will catch up, and then you'll have comments which are mixed bags. So that also helps.
So I would like you to, like, as a motivational speaker, I think this would be an easy thing for you. What encouragement would you give to other aspiring writers and authors?
Yeah, I think as a writer, I think it's a journey. It's a process of finding yourself. I think writing is also therapy. So we need to understand that. We need to understand that Paramahansa Yogananda, author of the autobiography of a yogi, I've got his picture behind me. This picture is known as The Last Smile.
I was staring at it.
That is The Last Smile. And this is the book, of course, a famous autobiography of a yogi where he was young over here, and that is the last picture. So he said, read a lot and write even more. I mean, he was a guru, he was a saint, but he said this, and of course he was a great writer. So writing, I think, is something that is underutilized by most people. So I think young people should start writing journals, and they do many a time. My daughter also writes a journal. And I think it's fantastic to be writing at a young age. Whatever you feel, just write it out. And then when you do that, you start improving as a writer, and then you can get into articles and novels and short stories and poetry and prose and whatever you can.
But isn't a writer, as an author, being an author or writer, need courage? Because you are showing others a part of yourself. You're writing. Sometimes it may have your deepest imaginations, or sometimes you are not sure of your work. Like suppose, for example, for me, I have written short stories or something like that. The first time I tried to show it to someone else, I felt so embarrassed. And I always find these authors that I am editing for courageous, because they write out and I'm editing their work and I'm like, okay, my writing is not that bad or that good, but then it gives me an encouragement in a way. I shouldn't be saying this, but it does give me an encouragement in a way that, oh, I can do this, I can probably do this. But even then there is this shyness or maybe embarrassment, where I, as a new or as a budding writer, I fear the people, what kind of reaction I'm going to get for my work. So how to deal with that? What is your take?
It's a very good question, a very good point. This is a very important point. So psychologists will tell you that there are 2 or 3, 4, 5 types of people. But let's talk about 2 types. So an introvert who is otherwise very much withdrawn into his or her shell, does not communicate much otherwise, could be. And someone who will also not want to share the writings. And is something that person may be very creative, may be very good at expressing herself or himself, but will not be a personality who is otherwise also much of a communicator. Is very intelligent, is very caring, and perhaps even very daring, but is not going to communicate that well because she doesn't want to or he doesn't want to. So I think that is one type of personality who will find it difficult to express in writing also. But there are many people who find it more easy to write than to speak in front of others. So they will not speak out their heart. They will not say things that they want to say. But when it comes to writing, they will do it because it's a different kind of mode. It's a different kind of platform. And in this different kind of platform, they have that opportunity to express themselves better. So I think that is something which we can keep in mind. That writing is a release of a different kind. And what you said is very right. So many people, they keep their poetry or their writings to themselves. They write a blog, but they keep it secret. And many people do that. And I say to them that go ahead and even do that. It's okay. If only you are reading your writing, that's also fine. But at least write. And if 1 or 2 people also read it because they are so close to you, even that is okay. Only people like me who are not really scared of what others might think, then they start expressing themselves openly. Right? But even I will be careful about what I write. So in my novels, I know I have a family, I know I have daughters, so I will have romance, but I may not go beyond a certain point. To the sultry,
to the seductive, or the
exactly.
side.
Exactly.
Or the X-rated side.
Absolutely. So I'll write rom-coms, I'll write humor, I'll write situational comedies.
Family oriented. Family friendly.
Family oriented, or even if I'm adventurous, it will be within a certain limit. And that is something which I feel everybody can do. So you can write and share what is shareable, and you can also have something in your cupboard or in your chest which is locked up within you, and you don't need to share it. So start sharing little by little.
Right. Even in the publishing house and Invincible Publishers as well, I have interviewed authors, and most of them that I've spoken to, they got the encouragement through their family, through their father, their friend, their mother, or someone in the family or someone around them who encouraged them to go ahead, publish this book or publish it. Go ahead and publish it, or you have written well, just go to a publishing and then get it published. And that's how they came to be. That's how they came to be a published author. So someone needed to give them that courage to to take that step.
That is important. Family support is extremely important. Friend support is extremely important. Your ecosystem also. See, there may be a child who's very creative, even a school child.
Yes.
And that child could probably do wonders. But because of the system, the education system, the family system, that child is bottled up. and that creativity is bottled up. So in our education system, also we don't encourage that creativity much. Everybody has to cram and stuff like that. So hopefully going forward, we should encourage creative skills. And writing, or music, or art, or photography, or poetry, anything. I mean, it is all part of our happy side of our life. We should be able to express ourselves like. So I am very lucky to be able to write and speak and openly and do what I want. And I do at times on society. I talk about trends, too much social media, relationship management, handling difficult bosses is a chapter in the book. So I do talk about things which I want to express and which also help others because I'm sharing them. But there are so many people who can do very well in writing, and by entertaining others. Even writing novels is a great form of expression. Any train journey, plane journey, or any road journey can be much better if you have a novel with you.
True. I keep on. I even while coming to office, I'll read a book on my Kindle or my on my mobile, e-book obviously. But I'll keep reading even after going home. That's my peace, to read a book and then go to bed. That's the kind. But right now the reading, we are going away from the reading culture. But I think with the pandemic, the reading culture is coming back. People are reading more. They're getting the time to read.
Much needed.
Thank you, Mr. Athare, for your wonderful time. It was a pleasure talking to you. I think we covered a multitude of topics in this one.
Much wider than we would have thought originally.
Yeah.
Many topics covered and very important, and all linked to writing, but linked to life also.
I think it just went with the conversation. It just went.
Yeah, that's how it should be. And if you share this with young writers or even the youth, I think they will find some benefit in that.
Surely.
Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you. Bye-bye.